welcome to the Wonderland Effect. Today I have two special guests. I'm going to go ahead and let them give their introductions and then we'll get into it. Start with you.
Hi, my name is Jalissa. Do I say them?
You can say what you do.
I'm 22. I'm a nail technician. I've been for 5 years. I'm also a peer navigator for foster care youth and people who've been incarcerated. And I do a little, school. Not a little, a lot. And I go to school to get my business major.
Ooh, okay, girl. Gotta get the education. Hey, you guys, my name is Jamisha, aka Jerry. Some of y'all may know me as the Dea. I am actually an after-school program instructor for middle school. I also work for a nonprofit, being a upcoming peer support specialist, and I am a dancer.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
Y'all got a lot of
It's a lot of stuff.
List.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just one thing. I don't know. Okay, so it's going to be kind of weird because I never really record with the camera straight in my face. So hi, y'all. Hello. My face. So today's topic is going to be boundaries. We're going to go ahead and talk about it, kind of elaborating on it a little more off camera before we started recording. So one thing I did ask one of my friends, like last night, I think, or it was the night before. Do you think that boundaries should be discussed early in the relationship phase? Like you're just talking to this person. Should they be discussed and why?
You want to go first?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely, they should be discussed because it's a relationship. Even if you start off with a friendship, you know you're going to be friends with someone, your girlfriend or whatever, you know you're going to be friends with her right off the jump. Mm-hmm. Because you can see how she acts, how she dresses. You see her boundaries with men. She's going to tell you her boundaries. So I think I would say so. I would definitely say that's something that you need to talk about to see if you're compatible. There's no time limit on boundaries. I feel like there's no time limit. It don't matter if we start talking a week, 5 months. Because, don't waste my time.
So you would talk about it at the beginning?
I would talk about it. Hey, that's honestly, when I talk to someone new, that's one of my 3 questions. Like, what's your goals in life? Mm-hmm. How are you going to get there? And what are your boundaries? What are your yays and nays?
Mm-hmm.
Or turn on, turn offs. So that's honestly my 3 first questions when I talk to somebody.
I love that. I need to start asking them questions.
Right.
I want to ask them questions.
Quick survey.
It's a quick survey.
I need a background check.
Strand of hair.
Sure
and your boundaries list.
All of that. And then I need to make sure you don't got no crazy stuff on your record.
Right. Like, do you come with side effects?
Imagine if, we used to talk about that in
school.
Used to. People, would literally walk around and they have a whole list, warning, these are my cons and these are my pros. Subject to leave you right after this, and this, that. Imagine if you had Yelp reviews, too.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
That would save so much time.
That would save so much time.
But do you really trust somebody else's judgment of somebody? Just because that person act that one way with you or them doesn't mean they're going to act that same way with you. People change for different people.
That is true.
I have. I
think we all have as we get older.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do agree. Definitely, I feel like nowadays, no question is really off the table. Mm-hmm. So when we get into the topic of discussing boundaries, hell yeah. I need to know, because the fact is, I'm going to be interacting with you. Well, the intent is for a while. Mm-hmm. That's everyone's goal for the most part.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be sitting here having these interactions with you, I do need to know your yays and nays. I need to know what ticks you, what presses you, what are your cup fillers and your cup drainers. Mm-hmm. So that way I know as a person who's interacting with you, whether it's a friendship, we're talking, we're in the courting stage, dating phase, or we're about to get into a serious relationship exclusively, I already have this in mind. That way I know how to deal with you as a person. Yeah. And I think, honestly, we set boundaries. We have to discuss boundaries, but we set boundaries even just in general, even as friends. Mm-hmm. Because I know there's some friends that I can take to certain places. Mm-hmm. And I know there's some friends that I can't take to certain places.
What did we talk about? She told me something similar at one of her nail points. She said, you got your business friends, party friends, work friends, family friends.
Ratchet friends.
And I was like, ratchet friends?
Yep.
I was like,
You do. You have compartments for people.
You do. You do have to compartmentalize.
You can't bring a fish to a rodeo.
No,
yeah.
He can't. So it's boundaries, I definitely should be on the table.
It's knowing your people.
Yeah.
Knowing your audience. Who are you?
Yeah.
That's what they say in the podcasting world. knowing your or content creating world, knowing your audience, like who you're catering to.
Yeah.
But you are also a representation of me, whether you're my friend, my man, whatever.
Exactly.
You're a representation of me, and I value my what is it called?
Your image.
My image. Because I'm a brand.
Yeah.
I am my own brand. So it's like, I can't be out here looking crazy, and I'm not going to let you make me look crazy. And to capitalize on what you said about, what did you say? You said something about pouring into a cup.
Oh, like your cup drainers and your cup fillers.
Mm-hmm. I always say, and when I talk to someone or getting to know someone, friend or whatever, I say I ask these questions because I want to learn how to love you properly. Because it's gonna tell me what I have to do, or what not to do. I'd rather get over the hill than run over it. Like, I'd rather do it now, figure it out now.
I think my favorite question to ask in like the talking phase is, how do you like to be loved? Or what do you think love is? Because a lot of people have different definitions of it, and I say it quite often just because like women especially, we have this really bad habit of loving people the way that we want to be loved, and thinking that if I do this for you, you'll do it back.
Yeah,
but that's not necessarily the same thing. Like, that person could have another interpretation of love, definition of love, and they don't understand why you're so frustrated. Like, you've shown them that you do this X, Y, and Z, so you want it back, but that necessarily may not be their language of love. Like, they may be looking at you like, well, yesterday I changed your car oil, and that's my definition of love. Like, that's what I want you to do for me.
Right.
So a lot of people, we're not having these difficult conversations about boundaries or about relationships, about love, like definitions. And a lot of people don't even have that self-discovery enough to say, like, this really bothers me. Like, like,
or this I let slide, or this right here I can accept and tolerate. It does have a lot to do with you being not only just having mindfulness, but having self-awareness. You really do. And the thing is, you know how they have that saying where you can't expect to love somebody else if you don't love yourself. So therefore, if you're not loving yourself, how do you expect somebody else to do it? Yeah. If you don't even know what it takes to love you. Yeah. And I think we get so caught up in this box of, I need somebody. Look at this person, they're getting married. Look at this person, they're having a baby. Look at this person, everybody, especially at our age. And I'm 30. So, that biological clock is ticking. Credit needs to be at this way. You should have a house. But there is no rule book to nobody's life. Everybody's path is different.
That's a good one.
So when it comes down to boundaries, everyone's background is going to be different too. Yeah. Because some people may not even know what that is. Yeah. So therefore you can't expect it. And I've always been told you can't expect you from other people. Yep. That's where you'll really get a lot of disappointment. Really go wrong. That's where you'll really go wrong, and you really will just mess up in life, and you'll be forever disappointed if you just keep going on in life thinking that. So sometimes, and then it's like another thing too that kind of sparked me that I think I heard, or I think I read over Instagram, was that it's kind of like what she said, in a sense, where we tend to get caught up in loving someone for their potential versus to who they actually really are.
Just said this. We just talked about this.
So I think that's another issue too when it comes down to boundaries as well. So it's a mix of a different variety of things, but yeah, it gets deep.
See, that word potential is so dangerous to have itself. Like, we just talked about this. I'm not in the occupation of changing people. Right. You are who you are. Yeah. Like, and I don't want you to change for me. I want you to change for you. That part. You shouldn't take, like, I understand that people are going to have their own notions, but I also understand that sometimes I don't need to understand what the fuck you're going through. Yep. And I don't need to understand why you thought that. And I don't need to understand none of that. I just need to understand that I don't want to deal with that. Like, that's the understanding that I need to have. And when people don't have those conversations because this other word is so broadly broadcasted, compromise is so broadly broadcasted. Yeah. And there's a such thing as too much compromise to the point that you have compromised yourself. Yeah. Right. Not just compromise. You compromise your own morals for this person, or like your beliefs, and somehow this is why people end up in very unhappy relationships and marriages. And now you got a broken home because you compromised so much to the point that you are no longer you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
I hate that.
I agree.
That word compromise is so dangerous.
It's so dangerous. It is.
Because people, like, okay, so give a story where you guys have compromised, or, like, whether it be for a lesson that was good or bad. I want to hear his stories. Y'all got a story?
I got a story.
Okay.
I used to date this guy back between 2016 and 2017. What ended up, honestly, what should have been a one-night stand, it ended up into a whole relationship. But also keep in mind that I was also in the midst of healing from other things too.
Mm.
Being young, I made a lot of dumb mistakes, naive in certain aspects in certain areas. And as I got older, I grew up a lot to know, like, this shit is not okay. That's not okay.
Mm.
We should have did better in this. We don't accept things like that. But at that time, being, 22?
Mm.
About 22, 23, you're not going to have that talk with yourself. You know?
Sure.
Nobody really had that talk with me until, like, the very end. But I used to date this guy between 2016 to 2017. Yeah. And things seemed cool, but it got to a point where, because he had his own insecurities, I was compromising for that.
Mm.
I was working. We worked at the same job. A lot of people weren't very much like of me. I was also promoting, doing, like, going outside a lot, which is what you do when you're about that age. Clubbing, you're outside, going to bars and stuff. And I was making actually pretty good money from it. But it also came from stemming from my personality,
Mm-hmm.
which he did not like.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, I was like that when he met me.
Mm-hmm.
I was outgoing, the social butterfly, you know. And, of course, I dressed the part. I'm not an ugly woman. I was girl. I was dressing, playing the part. But for some reason, he started to get very cold in the midst of the relationship, which it did not last that long. But now it's, why am I wearing this? Now I'm changing how I'm dressing.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's, why you always go out every weekend? Now stop going out every other weekend, because now I'm missing out on money, because I don't want my man to sit here and be caught up in, oh, why am I doing this? And because he has too many questions. I was actually isolated and alienated from a lot of my friends, because he was like, I don't feel like that person is good for you to be around you. I don't like that person. I don't want you talking to that person. Guess what? What I do? Stop talking to my friends. I stopped doing a lot of things that really made me happy, that were the norm. And because of his own insecurities, his own traumas, his own mental, it stopped me from doing a lot of things that I like doing. It stopped me from being me, you know? And to the point, I didn't realize that this is not only just abuse, but this is manipulation at its best. It's emotional. It's mental. And then it became physical.
Mm-hmm.
Which, being a person who stemmed from coming from domestic violent relationship, emotional and mental are like the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it got to the point where I'm feeling low with myself, about my body, how I look, my personality, and now I feel like I have to put myself in this shell.
Yeah.
Which people was like, I would have never seen that coming from you, because I'm such a vibrant soul.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped doing it. So once I got to that point, and then I got to a low self-esteem point, I shut down completely. Mm-hmm. And then I did get to a point in a relationship where I was completely tired, but also I did need to realize I allowed it. Mm-hmm. Once I got older, to be like 25, after, doing some healing, I didn't place any boundaries. I just let it happen. I just felt like this was okay because I'm in a relationship. I got to do this to make this person happy, not even realizing that I'm tearing myself down in the process for somebody else, which is never okay for anybody to do. Mm-hmm. So I learned a valuable lesson to not ever love somebody more than you love yourself. Mm-hmm. And also learn not to put nobody else before you. And if you being able to sit here and be you is going to sit here and make your partner feel threatened, that's not the partner for you.
Yeah.
And I feel like at some point, like, and even it was told to me, like, a lot of people did not like my ex-boyfriend at the time. They did not like him at all. They was like, I just feel like he's intimidated by you, like as if he's jealous of you. No. Being naive, being dumb. I was like, no, it's not true. But come to find out, he was. Mm-hmm. He didn't like me for me. Mm-hmm. He didn't love me for me. And therefore, I took a toll. But I learned a lot of lessons, valuable lessons, not to ever put nobody else before you. And put your own happiness first, not nobody else's.
Mm-hmm.
So, very valuable lesson, which I was like, never again.
Well, thank you for sharing.
No worries.
That's intense. Okay, your turn.
Oh man, I'm like I have a relationship side or like family side.
Either or.
Well,
you want to share?
They're both very good points though.
Yeah.
I'll go with the man version. My man version.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We love.
It was what was the question again? How to
like a story where you learned about your boundaries, basically.
Oh, boundaries. Okay, so I was almost in
compromise.
Mm-hmm.
Compromise.
Where I compromised my boundaries for somebody.
Yeah, essentially. Yes.
Okay, so I was in a relationship for almost 3 years, and we got together young, and we did fast. We started dating the day we met, and it was boom dating, boom get a dog, boom moved in, boom second place. Like it was like fast. I think I definitely didn't think of my boundaries because I was just like, oh, I'm so in love and da da da. Now there was a lot of situations where I was wrong in the beginning of the relationship. I broke his not cheating, but I broke his trust. I had a lot of snakes around me in my circle, family, friends, even siblings, that close. And he'd be like, nope, that's not the friend for you. Nope, that's not the friend for you. And because I feel like I had a lot of trust issues, I didn't listen to him. And that's one thing that I regret, and one thing I learned, that I'm more of like an obedient woman now. I can listen now. I can let you lead. I never let him lead. I was always like, no, you're wrong, da da da. So I feel like the boundary that was broke was that it was that exactly. I felt like I couldn't listen to him because I was so invested in him. I didn't want him to mess up. That's what it was. And usually I'm more like, okay, I can listen. I'm on flow. So I was so in love with him, and I'm so okay, I just want this work. Let me fix it. Let me do it. But then I made him insensitive as a man. So, but that worsened our relationship. It got worse and worse and worse and worse. And then from there, my boundaries just kept dropping and dropping and dropping. I started to just not care. It just started to just not care. I lost a lot of myself. I lost my appearance. And what I mean by my appearance, I started putting more on to mask my natural self. It was every day. I got nothing wrong with the wig, nothing wrong with that. But every day I was masking my beauty because at that point I'm hiding. Okay, I'm breaking more boundaries you love your natural self, Jalissa. You love this. Okay, the relationship was. I feel like we had a good solid foundation. It's just so many things happen, immature things happen, and boundaries were let down, and we couldn't successfully get to the end. But yeah, I would say that was definitely a lesson learned too, because I am young, so I feel like it was a very good lesson to learn. I think out of all of it, because we've been separated for almost a year now, I learned what you said. Never ever stop loving yourself. Never ever dang near love someone more than you love yourself, because when he left and he left me, when he left, I didn't know what to do. And I always told myself, anytime I get into a relationship, I will always be independent. I will always da 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 da. And then he left, and I was like, I'm really not as independent as I thought I was. I'm really not. And I'm just I did not know what to do with my life. I just felt so depressed, no drive, no excitement, no bubbly personality, Jalissa. I just felt like everything with me left with him, and that's the biggest boundary I broke. I lost myself, and I said, take this. It took a year, because now I'm happy and I'm okay, but it took a year to get myself back together, and it hit hard. It hit so hard. But yeah, that's my little story.
That kind of hurt will leave you for you. You need at least a year.
It does something to you. It leaves a deep impact on you.
That was definitely
especially when you're with someone every day.
Yeah.
I think that was just the hardest thing. I'm used to waking up to him, smelling him.
Girl.
He's taking me to work. I'm making lunches. I'm making dessert.
That was me and one of my exes. We was morning, noon, and night. We worked together.
We had 2 houses together. Dogs was our children.
Right.
Christmas. Oh, I think what it hit harder was this whole year. Christmas.
Yeah.
No Christmas.
Oh, the
our
holidays.
birthdays.
Yeah. Holidays will break you.
Our anniversary's coming up on Halloween. Like, the holidays, I'm like, dang. And I think that I don't have, like, a lot of family like that. So his family became my family. And when he left, the family left, too.
Yeah.
I mean, his grandma still talks to me, of course. But other than that, like, it's just like, dang. Like, it just took so much.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely took a year to heal.
But in that, like, you start learning that you need to make sure that you still have your own life.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I need to make sure.
Your next relationship.
I lost all my hobbies. I lost my drive for
Into that.
nails, and I love nails. I lost my drive for everything.
It's not to say, like, you can't be dedicated to your man, because I think if he's a worthy man and he has a good criteria to fit your life, yes, absolutely. But never let that be your life. Like, don't make another person your happiness. That's one of the biggest things people never learn, is that nobody should ever come in and be your sole purpose of happiness. Maybe your children, but not your partner.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's what I did. I'm sure that's why
we've all been there. We've all done that.
You call that codependency?
Like, girl.
Yeah.
But it's okay, because, like I said, you live and you're learning. You're so young. Like, those are the lessons we had to learn, too.
Mm-hmm.
We never...
I'm not gonna lie, like, relationship-wise, that's the best lesson I ever learned. Like, about myself, how to be a better woman.
At the lowest is when you learn the most.
I learned the best
Man.
from that situation. I learned how to be a better woman. I learned how to have stronger mindset. I never lose. Keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Like, how to treat the next, honestly.
To love you again. And the thing is, it can take, like you said, anywhere from a year. Sometimes, like me, it took me almost close to 3-4 years, honestly.
And that's okay.
That's okay. And the thing is, even if I feel like I have to start over in my healing journey, that's perfectly fine, because there's no time limit.
Yeah, there's no time limit.
The most important part is you.
Yeah.
You need to get back to you.
Yep.
What does Jalissa love to do?
Mm-hmm.
What makes her happy?
Right.
What makes her go happy, lucky? Like, what are some things that she's enjoying or that she used to enjoy? You know, things that really bring you that joy, that independence that you need, and just that full, like, just individuality, you know? And I feel like that's something that a lot of people need and that they should always want for themselves.
Yeah.
Not always feel like you have to have somebody always there to, you know, drive your happiness, which they can add to it. Yeah. That's by all means. You can add to it, but...
Because then I feel like it becomes an obsession.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with him.
It becomes an obsession.
I was obsessed.
I know we joke about that. We'd be like, I'm like, if he's not obsessed with me, I don't
want him. Yeah.
No. I don't need you that obsessed.
I need a healthy obsession.
Don't love me that much.
I need you to love me. But like, baby, chill out. Yeah. Like, we don't go love outside. Me that much. Chill.
I'm like, don't love me that much. Because if I want to leave, is it going to be a problem?
So that's also why I say, like, you should always date someone that's in your realm, because not everybody's going to understand your schedule. Like, when you start really dedicating yourself to yourself, people have to be able to understand what that means. Like, not everybody's going to understand you got to go to work 7 days out of the week, and you got to be at wherever you're supposed to be at till like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Or like maybe you only have 30 minutes on a Sunday to hang out with them one time. They're not going to understand that unless they're in that realm. Like, I really don't want to date anyone that's not in the entertainment industry, because you're really not going to understand why my face is everywhere, why I need to do this, why I need to upkeep this. Like, I've dealt with partners who are like, you always are busy. Yeah, because I've been bored once upon a time. Being bored once upon a time got me into a really bad situation. Because idle hands make for a lot of shit.
And for me, I want to keep busy because I got somewhere I want to be.
Yeah. Thank you.
I got somewhere I want to be, and when I get there, I want to be able to chill.
Thank you.
You either going to get on this train, or you going to leave me alone.
Look, call me Big Shiny. If you want to get paid or you want to get paid attention. I want to get paid.
And attention.
And attention, okay? But we gotta find a balance in between both.
In some way, shape, or form. But see, like, have you guys ever dealt with someone, like, I know you guys have a good story where it's like you dealt with someone who have absolutely nothing going on. Like, that literally has been, and I keep repeating it because it's been such a good criteria for me. Like, if you don't got shit going for you, don't even look my way. Don't do it.
Yeah. Because
I'm not about to explain to you why I need to go out to this party. You gonna come or you gonna shut up? Like, one of them is happening because
I think there's a difference between a woman who got a regular 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my days off, and here's how much money I can make, and this is how much time I have to spend at work. Versus a woman who, and I say woman who owns their own business.
Yeah.
It's 24/7. It's every day, every hour. I'm up in the middle of the night just editing
I know,
stuff.
you be texting me while I'm at work. Like, how do you do that? I be up at like 3 a.m. like that. Like, girl, what the
like,
fuck?
I be on Canva and stuff. I be like, wait a minute, I gotta alter this. Even though me being an assistant, I gotta be like, wait a minute, this is overlapping.
Yeah.
Double book myself. Damn it.
And it's hard because I'm in the business where if I slack, I lose.
Yeah.
If I don't show consistency, I lose.
Yeah.
If I'm not in your face, you forget me.
Mm-hmm.
And so that comes with a lot of attention. And if you're in a relationship, that's taking from that partner.
Yeah.
We may have lived together, but there was times where he's laying there and I'm just on the phone and not paying attention to him. Not paying attention at all. Or I forget, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to put your laundry in because I'm sitting here doing nails. Yeah. And I feel like it's really hard because both of our professions were different. So you didn't understand how hard I'm trying to work. Mind you, that was 2 years ago. But this is my point. 2 years ago, I'm doing way better than 2 years ago. I'll tell you that.
Man.
And why? Because I was on that phone.
Yeah.
Because I was doing nails at 2 a.m. Because I was doing house calls 2 hours away. Because I'm texting like it's a reason, there's a purpose.
Mm-hmm. They also don't understand that that's a sacrifice that we don't necessarily want to make.
Yes, that's not what I
have to
take.
Exactly.
It's like, do you think I want to spend 24 hours away from like somebody that I want to be around and wrap up in like?
Because we're still women.
So easy for me to be like,
we're still human. We're still women. Like we want physical touch. We want that quality time. So it's kind of like. We're still women. I'm just a girl.
But it's also like, on the flip side, it makes me understand people a lot more who are busy like that. Like, okay, so let's say we make plans, but you ended up having this booked, and I'm like, okay, cool. You're like, I understand. I'm gonna go find something else to do because now that has ruffled a lot of dudes' feathers when I say shit like that because they don't understand what that is. Like, they so used to like females being like, oh yeah, I'll drop everything and like, oh, why you didn't come see me or why I'm not finna trip off of you. What I am finna go do is go edit this video that I gotta post in like an hour and then I'm gonna be back to see if you good.
Because,
like,
sir, I have shit to do.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And I don't care how much people say I'm busy. I'm so busy. So busy.
Right.
I still will make time.
Thank you.
For you. People make time for what they want.
That part.
Amen.
And if people in the same things they say, if he wanted to, he would.
He would, baby.
Anybody, man or woman, if they really wanted to, they would.
They're gonna show up and show out too.
Because I'm busy. We seen like you heard like what I got. Like I'm a whole assistant. I work for a nonprofit. I work with kids, and I'm a dancer. I am the sole provider in my own business. Yeah. I do everything. I am my accountant, my assistant, my administrator. I'm everything, my promoter. So the thing is, it's important to find that individual who is going to be your partner to understand that. But like she said, they have to be in the same realm of what you are. Yeah. So if you get someone who is not, it is going to be a little bit of a rough level of understanding.
Yeah, it's going to be hard.
Be ready to fight.
It's going to be always some type of little.
There's always something with you. It's always something with
I'm
you.
Busy.
Why is always something with you?
I'm busy, but I am dating somebody. We're not exclusively in a relationship, but the thing is, he also owns his own business. Mm-hmm. He also has a job,
and I'm sure he gets it.
And he has kids. Therefore, we just balance it. Like, okay, I may not be able to see you 24/7, probably the way I want to, but here's the thing. FaceTime, this text message.
We're going to make it work.
The effort. Thank you. The effort. Like, it could be a few hours and pass by. Hey, how's your day?
For me, it'd be as simple as like, okay, like you, like, if I, like, you know how busy I am. Yeah. It'd be as simple as like, I know you didn't eat today. I just look at my phone, there's $30. Go eat some.
Yeah. See, that's a love language right
there.
Like,
I just had somebody do this. Like, okay, I just moved, so I don't have much in there. Y'all both kind of heard the story already. But this person came over and was like, I don't give a fuck, we on the floor. I said, oh.
Get somebody to duck it out.
Okay. I love it. So we sitting on the floor and we drinking champagne, and I'm just like, this means more to me than going to a 5-star restaurant.
Thank you.
It do.
Because it's like, it's the simple fact that you made the time. Mm-hmm. And even though we don't have all the full resources, you're still there. You're making it work. Like you know I ain't got everything, but you know what? I'm here. Let's make the best of it.
It's more of like the memory.
Yes.
You created this memory with me and
I love it.
It's the memory. So then you can look back and be like, remember that one time when you moved and we was on the phone?
Now look at you.
Now look at you. Like, I got you. Thank you. Like
don't ever say I was rocking with you.
Don't ever say I was rocking with you. See, those are the things that we thrive off of, we love, and those are things that we love to talk about.
Yeah.
And that, honestly, that makes a lot of a difference. It's the small things that really go a long distance. And I think some people, honestly, they just fail to forget. They fail to remember that.
I always say, people always think about what they didn't get, but they don't ever think about what was done for them.
Yep.
You always remember the no, not the yes.
Yep.
Sorry. Most people, you also have to remember, a lot of people are addicted to negativity.
Yep.
They love misery.
It's drama.
It's like, they just love it.
It's more to talk about than being happy.
It's harder. Yes, it's harder.
Yeah.
You know why? Okay, so like, let's go off on a little bit of a tangent. So I'm like super active in like the manifestation world and like spirituality and stuff like that. So a lot of people, they will recycle these negative thoughts and stay in there. And those people are usually sick. They're unhappy. They are like in some kind of
insecure or something.
Yes, they're just I know you know those people who just like, no matter how happy you are, they always like seem
something.
Yeah. Like it's just like, dang, you just
wake up mad.
You just wake up mad.
Negative. I really hate that because I always choose positivity over negativity. Because my dad always told me it don't cost nothing to be nice.
It's $0 to be a good person. $0. Zero.
See that, ladies and gentlemen?
$0.
It really costs zero for you to be kind. It costs zero for you to have a good attitude.
It's so hard for people when you're not happy within themselves.
True.
Hell yeah.
And then people like that just makes me think about like, what is inside of me that attracted you to me? Like, what is going on?
Do you ever like? I'm a like tag on that. Do you ever like realize? Because I've been dealing with this for like practically. She knows this. I've been dealing with this for like all my life. Mm-hmm. No matter how much of a happy person that I really am, and how much positivity I spew into the world, it seems like it's always someone who just gotta find something to nag at you about and just pick at you about.
Because it's your test.
Yeah,
it is a
That's
test.
your test. I literally have that. Dude.
I'm just like, dang.
Because at the end of the day, they're your buttons. Why would you let someone else push your buttons?
True.
I like that.
That's how I always think.
True.
They're my buttons. These are my buttons. You ain't touching them.
But you always get that one person that just be like, it's like they just, it's like
they're
the Grinch
and that's the
of happiness, the Grinch
test.
of positivity.
No
and then it's like they drain from you because like you could be a happy one. Like for example, you could be like, oh hey girl, like I'm did an interview for this job. I really want this job. I got all the criteria. You hella happy about it. And then you go to ask that one person, that one friend, and they'll be like, well, I mean, it's all right, but what does it pay? Like, I don't think it's worth all that if you got to do all of this for that. What is simply wrong with you being happy for somebody else? Yeah. Like,
because we're not in about all that. We're not even. I told you I'm happy.
Right.
You're not in the occupation of changing people.
True.
Leave that shit alone. Like, you could be unhappy over there.
Right.
I don't know where you
I think my new rule is, because a lot of times I used to just accept it. I accept their apology and they keep doing it. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie. My man used to tell me like, no, not your friend. No, not your friend. No, not
because it's not a real
You were so
apology.
nice. All the stories.
I get told that too.
But now,
nice.
God. But now I'm still nice. But now you do something to me, I'm gonna tell you how that made me feel and what's going on, and I don't like that. And if you don't, then I'll just cut you off now. Because it's
when you get older, you're not even gonna tell.
Thank you.
You're just gonna leave.
I'm not even gonna
lie.
Because the older I've gotten, I've learned to do silence. Because I used to be just like you, just vibrant, happy soul. People love me. I'm always the positivity. I bring the joy to the room. And then it's just like somebody just got to find someone to try to suck it out of me. And I'm like, well, no, it's not. Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck reasoning. Okay? Fuck reasoning. Because let you be you. And if that person has a problem with it, then that person's not for you. I've also learned that there are different people for different seasons of your life.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Everything's just
everybody's not meant to grow with you, go with you, or elevate with you.
All of that.
Everybody is literally in your life to either be a blessing or a lesson.
Hey.
You got to know your roots from your branches.
Hey,
and I didn't have so many branches that I literally thought were roots in my tree. And once I got older, I started to realize I'm not going to sit here and come to you as an adult and tell you what the hell you do.
Why am I telling another adult? Why am I telling another adult what's wrong?
I do that for a living. I'm not doing that in my personal life.
I'm not doing that. No.
What the fuck?
We do so as
I'm not paying you to be here.
Thank you. And I'm like, and I didn't ask for you. I didn't send for you.
Uh-huh.
So therefore, you learn as the older you get, you realize who's for you and who's not, but you learn to stop reasoning with people. Stop explaining yourself.
Yeah,
And just
I was doing that a whole lot. I kept explaining myself
Yeah.
and reasoning and coming up with assumptions for them.
They know.
But that's also them lacking accountability.
Mhm.
You have all the accountability, and the thing is, they accept and they feel like it's okay for you to accept it off of them.
Yeah.
No, and you're not gonna take up for them neither. They know what the hell they be doing.
Mhm.
People know what they be doing.
Yeah.
You don't need to explain not a damn thing to nobody. Let them motherfuckers go. They gonna feel that in the end.
I just feel like when you actually do stand on your own boundaries,
Mhm.
you start repelling a lot of people off
Mhm.
top.
You start repelling, and you start feeling good.
See,
Mhm.
You start
people,
feeling great.
when they notice that you start to stand on business about yourself, they start bad mouthing you.
Yeah.
Because they can't control
They can't touch you.
you. Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's
No
why.
access.
Yeah.
Yep.
No
But
access
Denied.
anymore.
when you start seeing that type of shit, you just get unbothered because you're like, it is what it is. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. You don't pay no bills.
Say shit.
You know what it's
Say
called?
shit.
Peace.
Peace.
Quiet and tranquility.
Okay? Because it'd be a
Oh my
cold
God.
hell
You know what,
before I
though?
let you to serve my peace.
This shit really didn't happen to me until I turned 30. Once I turned 30, I said, switch
Yep.
on.
No, it was like quick.
Yeah.
Quick.
That's it. Like, you just don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah,
it
you
don't. happen.
You
It
don't.
don't.
You don't. Because
Like-
I can tell you right now, in my 20s, I did a lot of that.
Yep.
Reasoning, explaining,
Tired
letting
of
other
shit.
people
I was still
affect.
doing that shit when
Yeah,
I was 25, 26.
except letting other people just affect my day and my mood because I'm me and they are them, and I'm just like, well, why you like that? No, fuck. Once I turned 30, girl, I was like,
Mhm.
you gonna be you. I'm gonna be me.
Mhm.
That's okay for you, but I'm good over here.
Mhm.
Get the fuck away from me.
It's like the people who ask me, like, why you don't text me? I don't want to talk. I don't have to if I don't want to.
Thank you.
You know that? Like, I talk to so many people on a daily basis. I do not want to talk sometimes.
Like, you just get to this stage of just like, I don't know, like, just, I don't know what to call it.
It happens.
It just
when you
happens.
get older, it just clicks. Like,
It just happens.
I was just telling my mom this the other day because I was like, damn, you know what? I really don't deal with half of the people I used to deal with, and I don't care to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
A lot of people that are in my life now aren't the same ones that I've been talking to.
Because people grow up.
Yeah.
Some people, when we say grow up, people, not so much as like only in the maturity stage or immaturity stage, people grow into who they are supposed to be. And sometimes the people that you knew in high school are not going to be the same individuals when you get to be in college. Sometimes the same individuals that you knew in college are not going to be the same individuals when they get to be adults.
Yeah.
It just happens.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have them people in your life where you don't even have to. And also another thing I want to add to, I want people to stop putting so much emphasis on high maintenance relationships.
It's okay.
If you
I
can
think-
afford it.
I think it's okay.
Meaning like, I don't need to talk to you every day.
Oh,
To know that we're
kind
friends.
I
of.
think that's okay.
Not like, I don't need to talk to you every day to know that we're friends.
No.
I don't need to, comment on everything that you post to know that I fuck with you or I support you. I'm going to support you.
I'm gonna see you when see
Yeah.
you when I need to see you.
Thank you.
And when I need you to be there, I'm gonna see if you show up, and that's gonna tell me everything.
Exactly. And so the thing is, we also get to be older when, like, she probably can tell you this too. When we get to be a certain age, especially like in our realm of 30s, you having friends that you don't talk to every day, you don't see every day, you don't text every day.
But you busy with
You're
your
busy, and they got lives.
lives.
And nowadays, people that in our age group, they married, got kids, starting families, they got careers that they're in. So the thing is, you're not gonna be able to just be interacting every day.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: the real friends that you know is the ones that you don't do that with every day. But yet, when y'all come together, it's like time never left.
It's time never left.
Them the ones that you keep, because I'm solely into like, I don't like high maintenance relationships. Like, I don't need to talk to you every day.
I
Okay.
don't like to be alone anyway.
Thank you. Like, you start to learn, like, I just want to be by myself sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, let me be in my own
I think
head.
that's the best thing I learned too. This year being by myself, it's okay to be by yourself.
It is.
It's okay.
Okay.
I just got in that peaceful mode.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why I've been so calm.
Oh my God, I
recently.
can't wait.
Like,
My
I've
turn.
been so calm.
You gonna get there.
Mojo.
No, you're like, look,
My turn.
you gonna get there, girl.
Okay, so I do want to be respectful of your time. We are going to wrap it up. Are there any last words you ladies would like to share?
I would like to say thank you.
Thank
Thank you for this platform, opportunity. Love hearing all your guys' thoughts and everything. I love it. I love your guys' point of view. Don't break your boundaries. Don't break your boundaries. Your boundaries are there for a reason, to protect your heart and your mind. So that being said, apply that to a friendship, a relationship, and it honestly does not matter if you were talking to that man one day. The first conversation you should be having is your boundaries. That would take that, because time is money. Clock is ticking, everybody. So if you can get that over now versus later, yeah, that'd be the key. So don't break your boundaries.
Yes,
I agree.
I do agree. She said a mouthful, and I was thinking the same thing. Also, not only does it save you time, heartache, and headaches, but it also saves you surprises.
Ooh, surprises. That's a great one.
So, therefore, ain't no, well, I didn't know.
I figured mine out in a week.
Right? I didn't know.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you take care and handle business at the beginning before it gets to be too late. Stop procrastinating on boundaries. I like that. Don't procrastinate on your boundaries. That way you don't be left with surprises. So, yeah. Okay. Also, I want to say thank you. We've been trying to schedule this for the longest.
I know.
But that's what happens when you have busy schedules.
We busy.
It was like, we'll just reschedule.
And then it worked out.
And it worked out.
That's amazing. Okay, so thank you guys for tuning in. I will link all their information down below. As always, subscribe, watch me. Bye.
Bye.